Right, I should be live, and providing I've got audio, if someone could just let me know that. Barry James has said, evening, Steve. And then nothing. I've got, according to this, is 9 people. Audio is there. Dipsy says, ahoy, shipmates. Right, Dipsy, how you doing? I've got all your pictures, mate, and I'll explain to the other lads. Hi, Darren. Right, how you all doing? Have you bought any new kit? Robert Gibbs. I think it was Robert that asked about the 9900 and did I use the stock mic on it? And I thought I'd replied, but when I looked, apparently I didn't. Yeah, Dipsy, I'm good, mate. GM4, hi Chris, how you doing, mate? Got some food for Mr. Robin here. Eddie Bond, hi mate. Kevin Hodgson. Simon Bell, hi Steve, just bought a Lincoln 2 Plus. Yeah, good one, Simon. I've got one here, as you're probably well aware. I quite like it. I think it's a good rig. Eddie's mum, yeah, hi Brian. Nice to see you, bobbing along. Right, let's get to Robert Gibbs' question regarding the 9900. Yes, I use a stock mic. Yes, I tried the capo on it. And for the amount of grief that the capo caused at times, I reverted back to the stock mic. Nothing wrong with a stock mic at all. I will say, when they wear a bit after, quite a while, sometimes when you key them up, it will take you up or down a channel, which can be a pain. But audio-wise, can't really fault the stock mic. Jason 2 Romeo Tango, how you doing, mate? Robert Gibbs has got a new 9900 on its way later this week. It's the third I've had. Well, this is to Robert Gibbs. I'd still have mine if it weren't for the fact I'm not working at the minute and got skint and had to sell it. I think it's the best rig I've ever had. I've got the Anytone 6666 at the minute. Capo needs to be wound back on SSB. I'll just, do you know what, Rob? Most of the videos you've seen of me mobile, I was getting up early in the morning, leaving at, I don't know, just gone 6:30. All I want to do is turn the rig on and go. I didn't want to be prattling about and someone going, oh, you're a bit over the top this morning. Was with a stock mic, it just worked. What I did with mine, Rob, I turned the mic gain all the way up, and I just used to have the mic on my knee. And that worked well for me. You've probably seen the contacts there. Mikey Blue Eyes, yeah, hi mate. Ben Speed, hi mate. David Lamb, evening from North Yorkshire. Robert Gibbs said, classic of the future, quoted by Steve Stevens. Yeah, that's right, I did. And funny enough, someone else said exactly the same about 10 minutes after. Adrian Obby, yeah, good to see you in here as well, mate. Well, I've got two things, right, that I want to mention. tonight. One is I found a link. Most of you guys probably already got this. I found a link to the division numbers. And I have put a link in one of my other videos, but you will find it in the description of this video. And it's what I did. If I can just find it. Most of you probably know the division numbers. I've got to be honest, I don't. I'm getting quite forgetful as I'm getting older. I printed mine out in big, quite bold what's names, but you can set up the page any way that you like. So I think that's quite a handy thing. I'll put that in a filing jobby. Dirty Katie. Yeah, hi Dirty Katie. How you doing, mate? Adrian says most pirates have a black hat and a parrot. Eddie Bond is asking, did I get hot? I don't know whether that was that's a question to me. If you're talking about the 9900, yeah, they get bloody hot, mate. Yeah, fair play to you, Chris. All of the division numbers are in his head. Tim, the Hampshire hog. Yeah, the Robin's still there, still hanging on. He's got like a vice-like grip on this gizmo, wherever it is. There it is. Tim Hampshire says he loves his 9900. Now, the guy that's just got the Lincoln 2 Plus, what do you think of it? Have you used it yet? I'm just going to have to make the text a little bit bigger here. That's better. I can actually read it now. Simon Bell, not yet. Well, I don't think you'd be disappointed. The thing is, there's been quite an influx of people coming back on, and some people have not been on before at all. And the frequency thing can get people a bit confused. But over time, you pick it up. I mean, I've been on nearly 40 years. So some of you blokes might have been on even longer, and some might be just at the beginning. I don't really know. That's handy to know, Robert. You can use a capo mic on any rig you like. Whether it will suit it or not is another matter. In actual fact, I did run a capo on my Lincoln 2 Plus and had very good reports on it. Adrian Hobby is a beginner since 1981. Yeah, tell me about it, mate. Hi, Emil. How you doing? Yeah, Robert, how comes you've bought yourself another 9900? What happened to the rest of them? If this is was it your fourth one? What happened to the other three? Eddie Bond said he's thinking of getting a 6900N. What's the difference between the 6900 and the 9900. Oh, God. Power-wise, the 6900 does about 30 watts on sideband. The 9900 does 60 or 6. Well, mine did 75. The 9900's a more powerful rig. You can also change the display color. You've got 4 different Roger bleeps that you can just pick from. Obviously, it's got all the alpha channels in it. They're similar. Out of the two, I always go 9900. If someone had 2 rigs, a 6900 and 9900, 9900 all day long. But the 6900, you can program in all the 40 UK channels. On mine, I can't remember what block it is. Let's just call it the F block, and 1 to 40 is what it is. You can do that on the 9900 as well. Phaser Rider says, stop buying the 9900. It's driving the price up on eBay. Some people prefer the 6900. Some people prefer the 9900. You know, it's whatever does it for you. But me, I like the 9900. David Lamb, also from 1981. It's a missus who wonders where the biscuit tin and kitchen foil has gone. And not his mum. Yeah, we've all done that, haven't we? Steve G, hi mate. Yeah, Eddie, you won't go wrong with either of them rigs, but there is some issues that come along with the 6900, and I've seen this time and time again. People will say, when I key my rig up, the frequency changes. They have a job to get their head around that. When you turn the 6900 off, sometimes if you've got your clarifier at the 1/4 position, if you turn the rig back on and then put it back to the top, it won't be on the frequency that you want it on. You have to, I don't know, they've got a few quirks, let's just say. GM4 saying the prices on eBay are going crazy. Tim in Hampshire says there's a little learning curve with a 9900. Yeah, granted there is. If you're a complete noob, either one will drive you nuts until you get your bearings. Paul Miller, thinking of getting a 9900. Any idea what they're like? We were just talking about the 9900. I mean, I had one for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. Superb bit of kit, and they get bloody hot, but 99.9% of the time, Paul, use mine on sideband. They get hot on sideband. If you use them on AM or FM a lot, they get really, really hot. And I think it was Chris, Mr. GM4, says about putting a fan on the back. Absolute superb bit of kit, I reckon. Yeah, Darren, you're correct, mate. The Lincoln 2 Plus, you can download the programming software, but you can only change certain things. You can't program in the full 40, but it has got 6 memory channels. So you could have, like, I don't know, memory 1 for the UK CB2781-19. Bosh, you're on the 19, and then when you go up, you just count the channels, because all of the Muppet channels are evenly spaced. You should better work that all out. Phaser Rider says he wonders what his box high gain 5 is worth. Rigs at the minute are fetching mega bucks. Part of the problem is it's the old thing. Everyone wants to make a few quid, don't they? I mean, I've done it, and maybe you guys have as well. If you've got a rig and it's sat in the corner and you think, oh, might get rid of that, and you think, I don't know, what's it worth, 30 quid? You go on eBay, or someone's selling them for 130 quid. Now, what are you going to do? Dipsy, you're out in the boat again. Must be. There's a lot more to this Dipsy than what meets the eye, you know. He's actually sent me a video of the trawler that he goes out on. Simon Bell's just sold a mint static teardrop on eBay for 205 quid. Yeah, good luck to you, mate. Albert Foot has just found his grant too, so he needs a power supply and an aerial. I think you said that last time, Albert. Paul Miller says the last time he was on, which came out as cab, I presume you meant sideband. Yeah, Bob says I'm feeding the bird too much. Well, it's the time of year, isn't it? The old foxes are doing well. I'm still feeding them most nights. Yeah, so Dipsy. Well, I've told Dipsy this already, but maybe you guys can sort of reinforce what I'm going to say. Dipsy goes out regularly on a trawler in the sea just south of Ireland, and I've told him if he can to get a rig on the trawler. Salt water is a great place to be on a rig. And people want to talk to anyone who's maritime mobile. I've only spoke to about 3 people that was on salt water. One of them was on the Thames, so it maybe didn't count. It might have been brackish water. Albert Footy, where's the best place to get some gear from? Have a look online. It's Night CB is very popular. Then you've got people like Moonraker, Thunderpole. Darren says, would the 9900 be too artful behind a dash? I've got to be honest, Darren, it wouldn't be something that I would do, because my 9900 at times, you could have near enough lit a cigarette off it, and always made sure it had good air circulation. I used to have mine without the bracket slid on the dashboard, and if it was a hot day, I would have the air conditioning on coming out the screen, so, or the fan, so you just got like a bit of air movement around it. $9,900. This is from Richard Gibbs. It's like a George Foreman. Yes, I've got to be honest. I never When I first got my 9900, or the first one, I think I've had 3 now, I was a bit wary of the heat. But over time, once I started sort of using it a bit more, got a little bit more confidence, I just took it for the rig gets hot, end of story. Never backed the power down off it, always absolutely rang its neck. Just kept going. Robert Gibbs, never had an issue with heat. So, Robert, you never blown one up then? Because I've had people say, well, they blow up, they do. I do actually know someone who blew theirs up, and that was I found out about a month ago. But, you know, everything blows up. Dips is saying about one of the trawlers. Yeah, that's a hell of a boat, that one. It's a big old thing, Dipsy. Yeah, likewise, Robert. I mean, some people, they turn the power right the way down and then stick a little KO 203 on it. Right, Emil, I've used loads of various aerials. I found the best one, for me personally, I'll just give a little list of some of the aerials I've used in recent years. I've had the Sirio Megawatt 4000, the Sirio Turbo 5000, and the President Texas. I had the Megawatt 4000 first. Then I got myself the Turbo 5000, thinking I was going to be upgrading. It might be a little bit better, but it weren't. It weren't as good as the Megawatt. And now I'm using the President Texas, which is very fractionally better. I mean, there's a fag paper in it. Dips is saying about the size of the trawler, 16 metres in length. Yes. Robert saying about my video up the Dunstable Downs with a 9900. What one was that? Rob, you'll have to remind me. I've done a few up there. And I will just add, the President Texas on the big Sirio mag mount, I think I've only ever done 65 mile an hour in it, because there's a join on the whip, which I'm not particularly pleased about, and that adds that extra little bit of drag, as does the bottom of the Texas. It's got a huge, great coil on it. George Donaldson, yeah, welcome aboard, George. But there is loads of good aerials out there. Some people are even going back to the old modulators. Adrian saying about a 5-foot fire stick. Game in for live. I think you're on the wrong place if you're looking for Fred. But he might turn up. He sometimes does. Yeah, no worries, George. You take your time. Barry James says 1 like tonight. What's going on? I think you might want to refresh your screen. There's 16 likes here. Adrian Hobby says some fire sticks have the tuning tip. Yes, they do. The old one I had like a little cap, and you had to sod about with a wire. Mine was already tuned. Where's Fred? I don't know. The only way to find out where Fred is go to his channel, leave a comment. He'll soon. No, it's that time of year, isn't it? He could be at work. He could be putting up his Christmas decorations, or he could be on the rig, of course. Tim saying about Superflex. I don't even know what that is. Is that a coax or an antenna? So much stuff that people are using at the minute. Gaming for life. No, a modulator is an antenna. The early ones had a base-loaded coil about this long. Then they brought out the super modulator, which was base-loaded and center-loaded. Then people started copying them, and now I think the people that made the original are now making them still. David Jason saying hello from Western Newfoundland, Canada. Hiya, David. Hope you're well over there. Swady boy. Yeah, no worries, mate. How you doing? Welcome aboard. Albars, come on, Alan. Well, you bet you've been up the hill again, ain't you? Just turned up. Yeah, David Jason. Yeah, glad you're well, mate. Yeah, this has turned out into a bit of a fan club for the CRT 9900. Now, I've heard of people that have got the 9900 and the 6900, and they've sold the 9900, didn't get on with it for whatever reason. David Jason, we've had quite a few people in here. Have you been on here before? If you haven't, what equipment are you using over there in Canada? David Lamb says tips on choosing coax. David, what frequencies are you going to be using your coax on? Are you talking about CB? Albars asking what's the difference between the 9900 and the Anytone 4.6s? Not a lot, mate. I've had both, and at the minute I've got the Anytone here, which are incidentally have not power tested yet. Now, the last one I power tested did exactly what it said in the book. I think it was 45 watts FM, 60 watts sideband. On my 9900, it said 60 watts, but actually peaked out at just over 75. Bar that, I think they're exactly the same. Tim the Hampshire Hog, what are the alpha channels? Oh, God. I've done a video on the alpha channels. But Tim, the Hampshire Hog, what rig do you use at the minute? Just to give me a clue. And I might be able to help you out here in a simple term. You might be able to turn your rig on and have a look. Antron 99, yeah. Thanks, David. Oh, God, what's happened here? Not really sure what's happened here, boys. My computer's just thrown a wobbly. I don't know if I'm still even live anymore. Well, this could be a bit of a bugger, couldn't it?